Hello YouTube, this is your boy Toddy Walnuts, and tonight for my last video I wanted to show you my Code Red Blu-ray titles, and I have a few DVDs I'm going to show at the end. So let's get started here with Gun Massacre. This was released last summer as a very limited edition, and it was only released in 1,000 pieces. So there's my little note to myself to remind myself how many were released. And this movie is pretty decent. Honestly, I would probably give this about a 5.5 out of 10. Not quite a 6. There was some decent gore, but overall the film was lacking storyline. It was just kind of ridiculous. But there was some pretty good gore in there, and I would recommend any Code Red fan, if you can find this now, to pick it up. It's very, very expensive. If you can get it for a good price, pick it up just for the collector value. But if you're looking for a good movie for like 60 bucks, yeah, pass on this then. I mean, you're not going to get a good movie for 60 bucks out of this one. So that's Gun Massacre. Next we have Lucio Fulci's Voices from Beyond. And 0 for 2 out of the bat. I did not really care too much for this one either. And I'm a big fan of Fulci, but I thought this film was just lacking substance. It didn't really pull me in, and it was almost like it was rushed to be finished. And I know there are a lot of people out there who like this movie, and it says there's nudity, and I know a lot of you guys are like, yeah, nudity and gore, let's get it. And I was there too, but I needed a little more than that. I would like a good storyline to go with the nudity, but this, for me, I would give this a 6. It was a little bit better than Gun Massacre, but not much. Now this one here, this is also limited to 1,000, and so was Voices from Beyond. That was also 1,000. This movie here was a pleasant surprise. I mean, I had watched this years ago on VHS, and then I watched it again on DVD, and I still have the DVD somewhere. I don't know that it really needs a Blu-ray upgrade, but hey, I got it, 35th anniversary, you know, why not? Just for collector's purposes, limited to 1,000. The movie is not bad. I would give this one 6.5 out of 10. So I mean, it's got that little boy right here. I don't know if you can see him, but he's got a pretty good scene where he just whacks somebody up with an axe, and I mean, he just gets caked in blood. I mean, that's a pretty cool scene if you like the gore, but yeah, it's not a gem by any means. Here's Mary, Mary, Bloody Mary. This one was released to 1,000 pieces, and these are all going for ridiculous money on eBay right now, and it's not fair. You know, I mean, collectors should be able to pick these up, especially these kind of movies, because to me, this movie was horrible. I did not care for this movie. I would give this a 4 out of 10. It's a vampire movie, but it's just ridiculous. I just, you know, there it is. It's 1,000 copies, and I mean, I like the collectible value of it. You know, it's part of the fun of collecting, is you can get the rare titles and stuff like that, but it shouldn't be that expensive. And then, you know, anybody should be able to pick these up for 10 bucks a piece instead of 60, 70, 80. Here's another one that's limited to 1,000. This is the Bloodthirsty Butchers, and it's a pretty cool cover, and I have not opened this one yet. This one is still in my to watch pile because I have quite a few movies I have to watch yet. But to be honest, I'm not really expecting a lot out of this. I think this is a movie from the 60s. Let's see if I can and the date. It's an ABC for anybody overseas. You know, you can pick this up too. I'm not seeing a year, but like I say, I'm not really expecting a whole lot. I've never heard of that movie before, so. And here's another 1000 run. It's called Torture Dungeon, and I did a little research on this, and let me see if I can find the director's name, Andy Milligan. I heard he has done some of the worst movies in film history, even worse than Ed Wood. I guess Ed Wood probably looks like Francis Ford Coppola compared to this guy, but if you look any of these up on IMDb, I think these are getting like 2 out of 10, and I picked them up for the collectability value, but like I say, I'm not really expecting a whole lot out of these movies, but they're in my to-watch pile, but some of these are like way low, you know, way low on the pile to watch. So that's Torture Dungeon. There's another Andy Milligan film here. This is called The Man with Two Heads, and I kind of like the cover because it reminds me of a 70s VHS box, 70s, early 80s VHS box with the bright colors they used to try to draw people in. But, you know, again, if you look on IMDb, this Andy Milligan movie probably got like a 2.1 out of 10. So, I mean, I still have it sealed. And these things are going for about 40, 50, 60 bucks a piece for a two movie, 2 out of 10. So, but I mean, what are you going to do? Here's a little bit of blaxploitation for you. They got a black guy in a Ku Klux Klan type outfit, and it's called Brotherhood of Death. And I'm actually looking forward to watching this, but like I say, this one's in my to-watch pile too, and I should get to this one probably within the next couple weeks, and then I can do a review for this one. If some of you have seen this already, please leave a comment below and let me know what you think of it, or was it good, bad, or would you recommend it? But anything with the Ku Klux Klan and a black guy trying to be a Ku Klux Klan is something I'd like to check out. So, and I hope it doesn't promote hate. You know, I hope there's some kind of a segue in there where it's you know, he had to do it or something. You know, we have enough hate as it is, and I know this is from the 70s, but you know, we don't really need to promote hate. So that's my little 2 cents there. Here's a little swanky number, probably full of nudity, but I have not yet watched it. It's called Revenge of the Cheerleaders. And let's see here. The cover's okay. I mean, what are you going to do for a cheerleader movie? But I think this one might have a little nudity for you, Sammy. So you might want to check into this one a little bit. No, I'm just picking on Sammy, trying to be funny, but yeah, I really don't know too much about this film. So again, when I do check it out, I will be sure to post an update with a little synopsis of the movie and how I liked it or whatever. But so far, a lot of my code reds are still sealed. Here's another title that was limited to 1,000 pieces. It's called Ladies Stay Dead, and honestly, I really do not know anything about this film. It looks like it could be a female revenge movie, but I might be just reading things from the you see a guy with spy glasses trying to check out the women, and you got one on the back with some kind of I don't know, knife or whatever. But again, if I ever put that in, I'll let you guys know how it is. If you guys know how it is, let me know how it is. Well, here's one this was out of print for a long time. And for some reason, Bill Olson, the guy who owns Code Red, one day put this on his site, claiming that he found a box of these and he was going to sell that box, and I think there was maybe 20 something or 30 in a box. Now, before that box was found, these were going for 70 plus on eBay. So of course, as soon as I saw him put these on, and I do kind of check the sites every day, I had to grab this, and yet I have not watched it because it's still sealed. But even just for the, I mean, I paid $25 for it. It's worth 70 on eBay, so I mean, why not? And 2 more Blu-rays. This is one of the newer ones I bought. I think I bought this one about 3 weeks ago. It's called The Messiah of Evil, and I believe this is kind of like a Hammer film, if I'm not mistaken. It's ABC, and I want to say this was probably late 70s or early 80s, and it kind of reminds me of a Hammer film, but I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong, but I mean, if you look at some of the guys, some of the actors here, and some of the costumes, it's screaming 70s Hammer films to me, so maybe that's why I'm thinking that. But yeah, I plan on checking this one out pretty soon. And then this one here is one of my favorite movies of all time, and this is another in the woods, and there's teens in the woods having sex, and there's a guy coming around slashing them with, you know, machetes and booby traps that he made in the woods. And this is a very, very good movie, and I still have this on DVD. I have the 2-disc DVD with the slip box. I don't know if I'm ever going to sell that or not, because it has different special features than this does, but this picture quality is way better than the DVD. And unfortunately, it's, you know, Code Red doesn't really mess around with reversible sleeves or anything, but I will give Bill Olson credit. When he puts a movie together, they usually look pretty damn good. You know, the only one that I thought did not look the greatest was The Voices from Beyond. I thought he could have did a little bit better with that. I was not really that impressed with Voices from Beyond, but that's just me. Okay, now here's my Code Red DVDs. And I'll try to go through this quick because I'm at 12 minutes already, but here's Ghost Keeper, which is a good movie. I recommend this one. I'll just show you the front and back. I'm not going to really go into it. And it's Code Red. And then we got Madman, which they're going to be coming out on Blu-ray pretty soon, and that's going to be coming out from Vinegar Syndrome, so I may want to sell this. I don't know, I might keep it, but this is Code Red. And this is a really good movie. If you guys have not seen Madman Mars, another woods slasher, butcher, running around killing kids in the woods, this is your movie right here. And these two were billed as a twin bill when Don't Go in the Woods came out. These two movies have nothing to do with each other, but they wanted to sell them together in a twin pack because you have Don't Go in the Woods and then you have The Forest. And like I say, the stories do not have anything to do with each other, but you can buy a single DVD with both movies on one DVD. But these are the separate releases. So I got Don't Go in the Woods. I have The Forest, which they're both pretty good movies. If I had to choose between the two, obviously I'm going to tell you Don't Go in the Woods because I told you earlier I love that movie, but this one is not too far behind. So we'll check those out. And last but not least, Dead Pit. And this is probably one of the cheaper Code Reds you can buy. I think you can probably pick this DVD up for anywhere between 10 and 15 bucks. So that is my little modest Code Red collection. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you can, leave a thumbs up and leave a comment below what's your favorite Code Red. And I will talk to you later. Peace.